Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and I stumbled onto a video yesterday that was put up by Ortega Blue, and it's a kid called, I think it's Big Asian Package Blog. I'm not sure, but I'll leave a link. I'm still trying to get his permission at this point to use some video he's got. If you've been on my channel for the last couple of years, you've seen me put up chemtrail videos over and over and over, and they're the ones that never get any views because nobody cares about the air they're breathing or the fact that the sun doesn't come out anymore. But after doing a couple of searches, this is a patent search. This is patent number 32396660, and it belongs to NASA. And it's right here. I'll leave a link to this PDF file. It's a star. NASA owned patent for a star. This is in 1971, and it goes back even further than that. In accordance with the procedures contained in the Code GP to Code USI memorandum on this subject dated June 8, 1970, the attached NASA-owned U.S. patent is being forwarded for abstracting an announcement in NASA STAR. Corporate source, Bausch & Lomb. NASA patent case number HQN-10781. Gail Parker. And this is the numbering right here. This is crazy. Now things are starting to make a little bit more sense. When I was a kid, remember, 48, I was born in 67. When I was a kid, the sun was out every day. Once in a while, it was cloudy out. Now, living in Boston is like living in London. It's gray out every day. If the sun does happen to make a debut, they smoke it by the very end of the day. Look at this shit. This is for real. You know, all the videos of people getting with two suns and Nibiru and this and that. I don't know. I'm putting this out here for your comments. If you want to talk shit, feel free, but you're not helping anybody. So this is crazy. And I know the flat earth guys are going to jump all over it. Just look at it. Look at it for what it is. Okay? I'll leave a link for this.
Clear as a bell. There's one little line right there. But let's take a look over here where the sunset is. Look at that. They are blocking out the sunset every single day. And this has been going on for years. And you have people over here actually taking pictures. Look at the beautiful sunset. Look at this stuff. What is that right over Boston?
Now, if you recall, when NASA launched that lithium up into the sky, they said it was going to reflect red, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, when the sun is past the horizon or it's moved out of sight, whatever you want to call it, global, spherical, ball earth, flat earth, I don't care. When it moves off, the sky stays glowing red. And I think I even mentioned that. It looks like the horizon now looks like the atmosphere of Mars.
Reddish color. Looks like the atmosphere of Mars.
That's kind of odd, huh?
So that gives a little credence to Anthony Patch's and several other very smart fellows' thoughts that they're actually terraforming the air for another species that's not us. Which would explain why all the robots and CERN has literally made themselves a back door. I don't know. Look at that. Clear.
You can see here pretty clearly that that is not round. That is some sort of a hexagon or a cube or a black hole sun. Have they taken the sun out of the sky? How crazy does that sound? Look at that. Look at the local lighting on the clouds. If that sun's 93 million miles away and the size that they claim it is, it wouldn't be lighting up just this small area of the clouds. This stuff is showing up absolutely everywhere. Everywhere. And I understand that there's plenty of hoaxes out there, but there's plenty that aren't. I am almost positive I have seen this exact setup in the sky where I was watching the sun, and it also appeared that below and away from it, just like in this video right here, there was an additional sun. That sphere right there is not causing that light down there, and that is not a reflection. There it is. That's it. Nibiru, all these other things, I don't know about that. Now they're claiming they found a ninth planet in our orbit. Caltech did. You know what I'm saying? This is just a bunch of ramblings, people, but let me get your input on this because there is a lot of shit going on. Every single day they block out the sun at sunset specifically, if not all day.
I have ever seen it. Look at the squares in the sky. The grid pattern is just unbelievable. Look at this stuff. Everyone just sits back and takes pictures of it. It's so beautiful. Look at the sunset.
Now this video is on a separate day. I can do this every single day. If the sun's out, by the time the end of the day comes, the sun's going to be completely obscured, just like it is. And the grid pattern is just ridiculous. They do tic-tac-toes, everything. And I mean, as you can see, I live on the ocean. So I have a really good east to west view, pretty much unobstructed, and I'm at sea level exactly. So if anybody out there needs any testing done with astronomical binoculars, telescopes, the horizon, and the ocean, let me know, because I can definitely do it. It's easy enough. I have my theories on the flat Earth versus the global Earth. But again, it doesn't apply right now. This is a big deal, and it doesn't get enough play. Every single one of us is subject to this stuff. We're breathing it in. You know what I'm saying? It's blocking out the sun. We're not getting vitamin D. And the fact that they've had patents around since I've been born on how to make an artificial sun, oh my. And it all belongs to NASA, and they call it a star. And now Russia's coming out. I mean, it just popped up the other day that Russia's coming out with this. They're going to try to build a star on their own. So,
called the Mayak, or Beacon Project, Russian engineers are hoping to launch a satellite that will become the brightest object in our skies, apart from the sun, thanks to a giant reflective sheet of material. The launch is scheduled for the summer, and is expected to be taken up in a Soyuz 2 rocket, with help from Roscosmos, the Russian space agency. The team is planning to place the spacecraft in a sun-synchronous orbit 370 miles above the ground. This means it will always be in the path of sunlight, so will always be shining at different locations on Earth as it rotates. The satellite itself won't serve a particular purpose, other than to prove what can be possible in the field.
I just find it really odd that all year, for the entirety of 2016, everybody has been arguing about some psyop or another. Meanwhile, this stuff is all really happening and it affects all of us directly. Whether we're on a globe or a flat plane, it doesn't matter. Our sun is being blocked out. There's zillions of pictures and video of two suns or whatever they are in the sky. And for time immemorial, everyone has been worshiping the sun. And now we find out there's patents that have been around for 50 years to build an artificial sun. Bausch and Lomb and NASA working together. You know what I mean? I saw a video this morning where people are actually worried about something on Ted Cruz's lip. Who cares? That's all a distraction. Even if our votes did somehow get counted by someone who cared what we thought, Electoral College, it doesn't matter. It's a distraction. Burns, Oregon, it's a distraction. Green screen or not, I saw that video with Herbert Walker Bush being rolled through. That was not a green screen whatsoever. That's used for measurements and such at NASA's control center for the space station or whatever. But it's not the point. Stuff like this matters. We need the sun to live. Period. That's a fact. The stuff they're spraying in the sky every single solitary day, we're breathing that in. That's a fact. Is it changing our DNA? Could be. They've got technology to do that, nanoparticle stuff like that. The fact that a supercomputer runs Google, runs NASA, runs CERN, runs ITER, those are things we should be worrying about. Gun control, that's out of our hands. It makes no difference. Presidential election, that's out of our hands. That makes no difference. You know what I'm saying? green screen at NASA, that's out of our hands, and it makes no difference. Richie from Boston. Leave your comments below. Thumbs down. I don't care. I'm out.